Hello friends, welcome back. Today I would like to read a verse from Acts 1st chapter 9 and 10 verses. And it goes like this. After he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud came and hid him. They were intently looking up into the sky when two men dressed in white stood beside them and said, Men of Galilee, what are you looking into the sky? The same Jesus who has been taken away from you into heaven will come back in the same way you have seen him go into heaven. So, what do we learn from this? First of all, we see that the ministry of Jesus had concluded. He had handed over his ministry to the disciples, and during his earthly ministry, several times he reminded the disciple of his death, his resurrection, and ascension, but at that time they could never understand. The death of Jesus, Jesus visits the disciples several times, and this is the last time Jesus was seen by the disciple. They were together. Jesus tells them that they should wait in Jerusalem until they are filled with the Holy Spirit, and then he is taken, or he is caught up in the cloud. And it was at that moment that they were looking intently into the sky. So what do we understand? Just like Jesus was caught up in the cloud, there will be a day when those who live in faith will be caught up in the air. And as the disciples were looking intently into the sky, there will be a group of people, those who are left behind, will look intently onto the sky and will ask, Oh Lord, am I left behind? Gracious God gives them again opportunities. Here the disciples looked into the sky with fear, with a sense of loss, and with great doubts how they would continue the ministry, or what they would do further. But then the angel says that as he went to heaven, he will return. So they all went into Jerusalem and they were in a prayer mode until they received the Holy Spirit. Similarly, let us be filled with the Holy Spirit so that we can be caught up in the air. Only when we are filled with the Holy Spirit, we will be caught up in the air. Just like the 10 virgins, 5 of them didn't have oil in the lamps, whereas the other 5, they had the oil in the lamps. They all looked same. They looked very active. They looked as though they had oil in the lamps, but at the last moment, they figured out they had no oil in the lamps and they could not get to see the bridegroom. Similarly, let us be filled with the oil or with the Holy Spirit so that we can be caught up in the clouds and get to our bridegroom. May God bless you.